Hello everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars red and white colored ARC Trooper type figures. And I'm going to show you what I did as part of a little experiment. Basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to swap around the accessories that came with these guys, just so they could kind of share them amongst each other and see if I could come out with a result that I felt looked a little bit better than what they looked like from the factory. I like all of these figures. I just felt that if I did a little bit of swapping around for the accessories, that I could get a result that looked a little bit better than what they looked like from factory. So that was the whole point of doing this. And let me go ahead and start you off here by doing some before and afters. And I will also explain what changes I made with these particular figures. Alright, so the logical starting point for me was to take the Vintage Collection ARC Trooper Commander figure. As you may know from my review, he comes with two different sets of armor to create his two looks from the Clone Wars micro series. But the way that the figure is painted is actually more specific to this look right here with the armor that came for the secondary appearance. And so I thought that it would be okay to take the initial classic ARC Trooper armor and pass it on to the next figure. And from there, I took this Order 66 ARC Trooper Captain Fordo, and I pulled the accessories I had removed from the Vintage Collection Captain Fordo, and I placed them on this figure. I took the helmet, the pauldron, the belt, and the cama, and I placed them on here. And I think the results are very nice. I think this is probably the figure that turned out the best. He just looks a lot better, I think, with using the accessories that came with the Vintage Collection version. And from there, I took the Captain Fordo from the Hunt for General Grievous battle pack, and then I pulled the accessories from the Order 66 Captain Fordo. I took the pauldron and the cama, and I placed them on him. I don't think the reds match up very well, but nevertheless, it looks okay. I think the pauldron may be a little bit much, but the cama I think actually looks pretty good, and it looks a little bit more accurate for Captain Fordo's particular cama colors. And finally, I took the Clone Commander figure from the Revenge of the Sith line, and what I ended up doing here is I took the cama that came on the Hunt for Grievous, Captain Fordo, and I placed it on him, and I just think it looks a lot better. I also tried taking pauldrons from other ARC Trooper figures and sticking them on here, but the original one that he came with I think actually looked the best. But something about the darker cama here I think just makes them a little bit more imposing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. These are the Hasbro Star Wars red and white colored ARC Troopers and the changes that I made to each of them simply by using the accessories that already came with the figures and just kind of swapping them around. I think all in all the results were pretty good. I think they look a little bit better than the way they looked from factory. I think probably the one that came out the best I would say is this guy right here. I just think that the aesthetic is a little bit definitely better than what it looked like from factory, but, because I was able to share parts between these two guys, I was able to essentially create two different figures, while blessing this ARC Trooper here with the fantastic Vintage Collection ARC Trooper Commander's accessory. So, this guy doesn't really count as such since he's just using the armor he already came with, but the other ones I think came out quite nice. If anything, perhaps this one from the Hunt for Grievous battle pack is just a little bit overdone. Again, I really like the way he came out. And the Clone Commander from the Revenge of the Sith line, I don't know, something about having the darker camo just makes him a little bit more imposing to me. I just think he looks better for it. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to keep them looking like this. I may not. I just wanted to experiment and see, if I could come up with something that looks a little bit better than what they look like from factory. And I think the results here for the most part are pretty good. Who knows, I may go back and try doing this with some other Clone Troopers down the line. The only figure that I did not use as part of this experiment was this guy right here. This is ARC Trooper Alpha 17, and he was from one of the Clone Trooper Evolutions sets. And the only reason I didn't use him is because the red markings on him are more of a rusty, deeper toned red that didn't really fit the other figures. And as this one is, this is actually a really nicely done, really nicely painted figure with a torn camo there and all. So, I didn't use him in this particular experiment, but, there are the rest of the guys there. Let me know what you think of this video, and go and get your requests in, because we are taking requests for your favorite Star Wars characters. And, let me know what you like. I'll certainly review it for you. Have a great one, and thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Till next time. Bye-bye.